something huge is happening behind closed doors, and the media doesn't want you to know. Donald Trump and Elon Musk are reportedly negotiating a secret deal with Vladimir Putin, a move that could change global power forever. And here's the shocking part. NATO and Europe weren't even invited to the table. Think about that for a second. A former US president, a billionaire tech mogul, and the leader of Russia, cutting a deal behind closed doors. What does this mean for America, for Ukraine, for the future of NATO? We're about to break it all down, but before we do, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on the latest leaks and breaking news. Like this video to spread the truth. Comment below. Should Trump and Musk be making deals with Russia? Because what you're about to hear could change everything. What's really happening? Leaked sources claim that Trump, Musk, and Putin are discussing an end to the Ukraine war, but on Russia's terms. That means Ukraine could be forced into a deal that favors Moscow, and NATO might be left defenseless. And here's the biggest bombshell. Trump may be preparing to pull US support from NATO. Musk's companies, like Starlink, could play a major role in this. Europe is scrambling to figure out its next move. This is not just another headline, this is the beginning of a global power shift. And the real question is, who benefits? Let's break it down. What is Trump really planning, and what role does Elon Musk play in all of this? Let's get into it. Leaked reports confirm that Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin are in direct talks for a historic peace agreement. But here's the shocking twist. Elon Musk is heavily involved behind the scenes. The biggest revelation? This deal is being negotiated without NATO or European leaders at the table. Trump has reportedly offered to end military support for Ukraine in exchange for a ceasefire. Putin wants Ukraine to agree to new territorial concessions. Musk is involved through Starlink, which could play a key role in communication and intelligence sharing. What does this mean? If Trump pulls support from Ukraine, the war could end overnight, but on Russia's terms. NATO's entire security structure could collapse without US military backing. European leaders are furious, but they are powerless to stop it. Leaked audio from Washington insiders reveals the panic inside the White House. Some character. If Trump moves forward with this, NATO is over. Ukraine will have no choice but to surrender, and Europe is left alone to deal with the consequences. And let's talk about Musk's role in all of this. Starlink has been a critical asset in Ukraine's defense strategy. But sources suggest Musk is negotiating terms with Russian officials, which could mean cutting Ukraine's access at a crucial moment. Musk has previously said Ukraine should negotiate peace by giving up land to Russia. Now, with Trump back in power, he may have the influence to make that happen. This isn't just about ending a war, this is about a total shift in global power. Europe is on edge, NATO is under threat, and the world is about to change forever. But why would Trump do this? What's his real motive for making a deal with Putin? And what does Elon Musk stand to gain? The answers might shock you. Let's dig deeper. This isn't just another political move, this is a total reshaping of the global order. If Trump and Musk finalize this deal with Putin, the consequences could be unprecedented. NATO is on the brink of collapse. For decades, NATO has depended on the United States for military strength, funding, and leadership. If Trump pulls out support from Ukraine, and potentially NATO itself, the alliance could be over. European leaders are in full panic mode. Countries like Poland, Germany, and the Baltic states could be left defenseless. Putin would have the perfect opportunity to expand Russian influence further into Europe. One NATO official reportedly said, "Some character." If Trump makes this deal, NATO as we know it is finished. This is exactly what Putin wants, to break apart the Western alliance and reshape Europe's security landscape on his terms. Ukraine could be forced to surrender. For nearly 3 years, Ukraine has fought against Russia's invasion. But now, with Trump's deal in play, Ukraine may have no choice but to negotiate under Putin's conditions. If Trump cuts military aid, Ukraine could collapse within months. Musk's role with Starlink could determine whether Ukraine has communication capabilities in battle. Zelensky is reportedly furious, calling this deal a betrayal of democracy. With no US weapons, intelligence, or financial aid, Ukraine cannot sustain this war. Does this mean the US is abandoning Ukraine completely? And if so, who's next on Putin's list? Europe is left in the dark. Perhaps the most shocking part of this deal, Europe wasn't even consulted. The European Union was completely cut out of the negotiations. France, Germany, and the UK are now scrambling to respond. If the US backs out, will Europe have to negotiate with Putin on their own? One European diplomat reportedly leaked this terrifying statement, "Some character." This is a nightmare scenario. If Trump and Putin agree on this, Europe will be forced to bow to Russian demands. So the question is, why is Trump really doing this? Is this about peace or about power? And what does Musk stand to gain from this secret alliance? Let's break it down in the next part. The deep state is in full panic mode. Trump, Musk, and Putin's secret deal isn't just about Ukraine, it's about power. And Washington insiders know exactly what this means. The old world order is crumbling. Trump is reshaping foreign policy on his own terms. Musk is bypassing traditional government channels to influence global diplomacy. And the deep state doesn't like it. Several classified government memos have been leaked, showing how Biden administration officials are scrambling to block this deal before it's too late. According to one high-level intelligence officer, the situation is far worse than the public realizes. If Trump and Musk finalize this deal, America's entire foreign policy structure will be rewritten. What the deep state is doing to stop it? Using the mainstream media to discredit the deal, CNN, the New York Times, and MSNBC have launched attacks against Musk and Trump, calling the deal reckless and dangerous. Legal battles are already starting. A secret task force has been formed within the State Department to determine whether Musk's involvement in diplomacy violates national security laws. Government insiders are leaking information to the press. Reports suggest that certain intelligence agencies are deliberately sabotaging Trump's foreign policy by leaking classified documents to slow negotiations. And here's the most shocking part. Some in Washington aren't just trying to stop the deal, they're trying to remove Trump before it happens. Could the deep state try to stop Trump by force? Multiple sources have reported that top officials are discussing ways to block Trump from making this deal, even if it means taking extreme measures. Some insiders are discussing legal action to remove Trump from office. Others are warning that intelligence agencies could interfere directly with the negotiations. There are even rumors that certain officials are pushing for a last resort option if Trump doesn't back down. One source inside the Department of Defense reportedly leaked this chilling message. If Trump refuses to listen, we'll have to stop him another way. Musk is now a target. Elon Musk's role in all of this has now made him the #1 target of the deep state. What's happening right now? Federal agencies are investigating Musk's ties to Russia. They want to know if he violated international agreements. The Biden administration is considering restrictions on Starlink. If Musk can't be controlled, they might try to take Starlink away from him. Lawsuits and congressional hearings are being prepared. The goal? To strip Musk of any official role in government policy. Washington insiders are even discussing whether Musk should be legally banned from any future government contracts. This isn't just about politics anymore. The establishment is fighting back, and they are willing to do anything to stop this power shift. So the question is, who will win this battle? Will Trump and Musk push forward, or will the deep state shut them down before it's too late? Let's break down what happens next. We are now at a crossroads. The battle between Trump, Musk, and the deep state is escalating, and the consequences could be global. Will the secret Trump-Putin peace deal go through? Can Musk outmaneuver Washington's political elites? Or will the deep state strike back before it's too late? Let's break down the 3 possible scenarios for what happens next. Trump's deal goes through. A new world order emerges. If Trump and Musk finalize the peace deal with Putin, the entire global power structure will change overnight. Ukraine will be forced to accept Russia's terms, the US will withdraw key military support from NATO, Europe will have to fend for itself, and may have to negotiate with Russia alone. This scenario would reshape alliances, potentially leading to a new Cold War between Europe and Russia, but without US involvement. Winners Russia-Putin gets a peace deal on his terms. Trump and Musk. They control global diplomacy without NATO. The US economy, no more funding a war in Ukraine. Losers, Ukraine, left to negotiate without US backing. Europe, NATO weakens, security concerns rise. The deep state, their influence over foreign policy is crushed. The deep state blocks the deal full political warfare. The Washington establishment isn't going down without a fight. If they successfully block Trump's plan, expect massive legal battles over Trump's executive power. Elon Musk facing new lawsuits, restrictions, and financial attacks. The intelligence community leaking classified documents to discredit the deal. This could lead to impeachment efforts, deep state sabotage, or even direct intervention from intelligence agencies. Winners, the deep state. They retain control of U.S. foreign policy. Ukraine military support continues, at least for now. The defense industry war profits keep rolling in. Losers, Trump and Musk, their deal is dead, and both face legal and financial attacks. The American public, more war spending, no peace. The ultimate wildcard, a geopolitical earthquake. What if this isn't just about Russia and Ukraine? What if Trump and Musk are planning something even bigger? Could this deal lead to a shocking alliance between the US, Russia and China, leaving Europe behind? Could NATO completely dissolve, forcing Europe to create its own military coalition? Could Musk use his control of Starlink and AI technology to become the most powerful non-elected figure in world history? We are in uncharted territory. The world is shifting fast, and nothing will ever be the same again. So the question is, where do you stand? Is Trump making a genius move or a dangerous mistake? Will Musk outplay the deep state, or will they take him down first? And most importantly, what happens next? The next leak could change everything. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, and comment to stay ahead of the truth.